Good morning. Good morning, penny shoppers, clearance shoppers. How is everybody? I do have to go to work today, but I thought this was something that we really needed to talk about. We had a very different experience at this remodel on Sunday. So I just couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait to talk to you all about this because you two, the kitties, are playing. Everybody at this remodel, our minds were like with the situation that we were in. It's awfully sunny here. We're not in Philadelphia, but look at that sun. Okay, can we? Yes. Okay, Tiffany, great. You were there. Oh, Tiffany, did you lose a ring? Don't worry, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's cubic zirconia, but we did find a ring in the parking lot, and I was going to check with you two. Okay, you were the newbie. All right. Okay. So maybe I don't know if you got the story or not. So first off, before I get into this, this was just awkward. Okay. Okay, it's not Tiffany's. All right. So right after the live, I've already got it uploading, uploading the purple dot visuals and UPCs. There's a lot. I have a lot of visuals and UPCs. I do my visuals and UPCs differently than a lot of people because I try to work smarter and not harder. And it's not anything against anybody else, but I try to do the visual and the actual barcode so that you can literally scan instead of typing in all the numbers. Okay, so that video is coming up. And whether you have two phones, whether you watch it on a computer or laptop and scan off of that, but I think it's much easier to scan versus type in all those UPCs. So that video is going to be coming up next. Then tonight, we're going to do another live chat to actually talk in more detail about purple dot, and it's going to help you find more purple dot. I have not even, I have to go clean today, so don't judge me. Okay. And good morning, everybody. Good morning. I would normally go through and say lots of stuff, but to everybody, but I am trying to do this quickly because I've got to get to work. I also have another penny medicine video from last week that I'm going to get up. I think it's very important to watch that because, again, the link between Dollar General pennies and DGX pennies. This happened pretty quickly this time. A lot of medicines pennied at DGX the week before on Monday, and then some of those medicines pennied at our regular Dollar Generals last Tuesday. And now, thanks to, let's see, I watched Christie's Connections, I watched Rollout Savings, I watched Alicia Savings. So anyways, they all have penny list info. Make sure you're watching that. And so I see that there's more medicine or, type things that are supposed to penny tomorrow. And I believe there's definitely going to be surprise pennies with those medical type things. Again, linking with DGX, what went there, and then just what I was seeing in the clearance section as I was finding these other medicines. So one of my videos, it's actually really long, because I organize the whole clearance section as I go through it, but it's because you find more. But there's a lot of stuff in that video that's pennying tomorrow. And I think other items that are going to penny tomorrow. So thank you, Common Sense, for having common sense. Good morning, Switzerland. Good to see you. Okay. In addition to that, I have another Walmart video. I did not find any more 3-cent items. I need to turn on my do not disturb, but I do have a variety of other things that are on sale. And Walmart, it's similar to Dollar General as far as once it goes on clearance, you need to make sure and keep an eye on it because the price is going to keep dropping. All right. So, Kim, I do remodels. I shop remodels. I don't do any location searching. That would be Carrie at Super Sunday Sweep. If I find remodels that are posted on the internet somewhere, I'll share those, but I don't actually go out searching for remodels anymore. And I'm in Indiana, so I can promise you, I definitely am not searching in Pennsylvania. Like, that's a lot of stores. All those yellow dots? Way too many for me. Okay. Then we have our Dollar General remodel video from yesterday, and it was an amazing remodel. It was weird, but in a good way. I almost had to fight a regular customer for my cart. No, okay, not really fight, but literally a regular customer dumped my cart and took my cart to go shopping. That's a different story. Okay. And I have a Dollar Tree video. You guys, and I say you guys, but I mean you girls, guys, whatever. I'm Midwestern. I say you guys. Do not go out and spend ridiculous amounts of money on Halloween decorations, fall decorations, Halloween candy. Okay, Dollar Tree is amazing. Now, it may be the $1.25 tree now or whatever, but still, our prices, even in Dollar General on holiday items, have went up way too much. When you can go to the Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree, and get these items for $1.25. And used to, I didn't like the candy that they carried, or I would say the trick-or-treaters didn't like the candy. But now they have the name brand candy. So seriously, trust me, you've got to check out your Dollar Trees. It's going to save you money and you can still get good stuff. These kittens, where's my water bottle? See, they're climbing on the table to get to the plastic. They're going to end up suffocating. What are you guys doing? Get down. Okay. I'll get the water bottle here in a minute. Okay. So, and if anybody... See, I didn't get to show Pepper very much because we had to tame her. So this is Pepper. She's long-haired, Maine Coon. She's adorable. And the biggest brat ever. But the real reason we're gathered here today. Okay, now, see, Joy, now I got to show you something else. You want to see the prettiest kitty ever? Oh, hola, Bessie. Somehow, in a litter of Maine Coons, we ended up with a lilac Siamese kitten. I don't know. This is Salt. The other one's Pepper. We got Salt and Pepper. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Let's talk about, this is nothing to do with the remodel, okay? This is to do with something that was across the street from the remodel. And it was, okay, so for those people out there that don't believe, I'm going to have to rhyme a lot of words, all right, so that I don't get any strikes here. For anybody that doesn't believe that there are any more chores out there on the street that you pay for, we had quite an eye-opening experience at this Dollar General remodel. Okay. So we were in Midlothian, Illinois, which is basically South Chicago. All right. And the police pulled up because there were 4 cars in the parking lot. And then there's a group of chicks standing outside, and it's 4:00 in the morning. So we thought, they're coming to check because, well, I mean, we weren't in a horrible neighborhood, but it also wasn't the best neighborhood. So Pepper, I swear I got to lock these kitties up. Okay. So anyways, they pull in, whatever. We walk up. Hey, We're not here to loot anything. We're not here to, this is what we're doing. So the police proceed to, one of them even walked a couple of the ladies back to the dumpster with a flashlight so that they could check the dumpster. These were the coolest police officers ever. The guy actually had all these questions. He just wanted to learn more about penny shopping. He wanted to know if there was going to be any beer that was going to penny in the morning. It was very great experience. And then we asked about the building that was across the street, right? Because they were basically saying, this area isn't horrible, but don't go walking by yourselves. Don't go back in any alleys. Don't go 5 blocks over. Go 5 blocks this way, there's $1 million houses. You go 5 blocks this way, whatever. You might get jumped. You might get your Kia or your Hyundai stolen. We also learned about the new vehicles that are being stolen, basically with like car chargers. Anywho, very educational experience with police officers. I also got read all the things about when you get pulled over for a DUI and the different things they have to do. And then I also asked the man if he ever does field sobriety test on himself when he's been drinking. The answer was no. Okay. So across the street, we're in a very dark parking lot in a so-so part of this area. She's getting my pink clover basket. And we're like, this fancy building over here just looks out of place. It's all lit up. It's just pretty. You see all these big fancy globes inside, it looks really nice, and we're like, what's that over there? Everything else around here is dark. A mile down the road, I just passed 4 police cars, a fire truck, an ambulance. This looks out of place. I need to find my water bottle. Pepper, get down. She doesn't listen. Okay, there we go. Get down, get down. Okay. So they proceed to explain to us that this is a hotel motel that requires, I'm getting now YouTube notifications, that requires a membership. We did find out that it was $50 a year if you would want to join this hotel motel membership. Okay. And you can rent these theme rooms for 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. Oh my gosh, I don't need any more notifications. Clearly, I might not be the sharpest crayon in the box, but I know I'm not going to rent a hotel room for 4 hours. Maybe some people do. I personally don't think that's what Sean and I would do, Anywho, so then they proceed to tell us I shouldn't have thrown a pencil at her because now she's just playing with it. So they then proceed to tell us pretty much like that's kind of why they pulled in the parking lot, because there's a lot of cheating going on at this 4, 6, 8 hour hotel motel. And angry wives park in the Dollar General parking lot and watch for their husbands. And then shat hits the fan. So they get multiple calls about this happening. You've got wives in the parking lot just crying, screaming, losing their shat because they just figured out their husband's cheating on them. Like, no-tell motels. That's a good one. Okay. No-tell motels. All right. So we are just like, like we cannot wait. Now we're watching the place. We want to see, who's coming and going. We want to see what's happening. Are we going to see a domestic dispute while we're here? Like, this is exciting. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We got 4 more hours for the DG to open. What better thing to do than people watch the No-Tell Motel, right? Okay. So this has me so intrigued. So intrigued. So after those police leave, pretty soon, here comes another police officer. I'm like, dang, I wish that, I thought they would have told him, you know. Okay. Old boy pulls up and I'm like, hey, we're not here to. And he's like, no, no, no. He's like, so my buddy told me you guys were down here. And he's like, I want to learn more about this penny shopping. I'm like, what? So sure enough, this cop is here to find out about penny shopping. He also, maybe that was the one. He was the one that wanted to know if any alcohol was going to penny in the morning. He was only 24. He's a baby. And we're like, no, alcohol does not penny at the remodels. So whatever. We have a conversation with him. He hangs out with us for a while. Yes, they thought they see a group of chicks across from the No-Tell Motel, and they're thinking somebody's getting jumped would be my assumption, right? Okay. So then the second police officer goes on to tell us last year there was a shooting at the No-Tell Motel. So they had a super angry wife. And I did, like, is Cheaters on anymore? Like, we need to start a Cheaters channel or something. This is exciting. Okay. There was a shooting. So this angry wife, don't worry, I guess, she didn't shoot her husband, but she shot up his car. So nobody's actually been shot there, but the wife did shoot up the car. I don't know if he was in the car. I don't know if his friend was in the car. Yeah, that cop, again, 24. And then he was talking. Oh, yeah, we got to hear about his weekend before. And yeah, I did not ask if he was drinking and driving because he was giving us way too many just so much awesome information. Okay. So after I take a nap in my car, once I realize, we have full security, I get up, whatever. And then I wanted to know, like, what kind of car was it? Why'd you shoot up the car? The other ladies were like, I would have been a widow. I would not have shot up the car. I would have been a widow. I would have had everything. Okay. So then after I wake up and I remember, oh my gosh, we're like across the street from a brothel. Like, this is exciting. I'm looking, on Google Maps. Like, I want to see what this is called. I've got to investigate this further. So I find it, obviously, because it's right across the street. And, I'm looking at it and I'm like, ooh, they even got a like sky view of the place. And it does. It looks very nice on the outside. It looks very nice on the outside. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, duh, I need to read the reviews. Read the reviews on this No-Tell Motel because I bet they are off the wall. So that's why we're gathered here today, because I want to read you some reviews from this establishment. Okay, first of all, I just need to explain, you guys, if you are going to book an anniversary trip or a honeymoon or a Valentine's Day with your actual significant other, when you call and they ask if you want the 4, 6, or 8-hour stay, it's probably not the best location for you to book for your romantic evening. Now, I'm not saying if you're a freak-a-leak and you want to do that, then go for it. Okay. I mean, I'm not judging. Okay. I'm just saying, if you are looking for more of not a no-tell motel. If they ask you how many hours you want the room, red flag. Okay, red flag. If they tell you you have to pay a yearly membership, red flag. Okay, red flag. If you're in the Chicagoland area and you wonder where your husband's going, you may want to check this place. I'm just throwing it out there because it seems to be a pretty happening spot. Okay, now, I think I covered the red flags, but you're going to hear more red flags. And I don't know what these people were thinking. I don't know. So we must read these because I cannot stop investigating this. I have read stuff to Sean. I was reading them to the remodel. The ladies were yelling at me to get up and start recording. And I'm like, I can't. This is what I'm focused on right now. I can only focus on one thing. We have good reviews and we have bad reviews. You can guess where the good reviews are coming from versus the bad reviews. Okay. So, one of our good reviews. Nice place to take your lady friend. Okay. It's nice. Nice place to take your lady friend. Okay. Okay. This would be the next red flag. If you're looking at rooms at a location for a romantic getaway, not a live out your fantasy, 50 Shades of Grey, freak-a-leak fantasy, but a romantic getaway. If it lists that there's a tantric chair in the room, it's not a Hilton. It's not an Embassy Suites. It's not a Sabaris. Okay? A tantric chair is not an office chair. It's not a recliner. Okay? Follow that, please. I can't go into the details. Okay. This place is a great place. They have some really nice amenities, including a tantric chair in your room. Can we just all agree? I mean, if you want a tantric chair, can you just take your own? I feel like this maybe isn't being disinfected like it should. It's definitely the place for a quick 4-hour rendezvous during the day. Next up, the rooms are very nice. By the way, these are all real people. They have their pictures. They have their names. Also, I'm thinking, maybe your wives saw your reviews and figured out where you were going. The rooms are nice. I've been a member since 2005. 2005. He's been a member since 2005. I've been to all 3 locations numerous times. Also, the adult movies are the worst here of all 3 locations. Red flag if you're trying to have a romantic getaway and the review says that the adult movies are out of date. And he's been a member since 2005. Okay. Julie, I don't know if you want to hear this conversation. It's another good one. They need to stop letting people through that don't supposed to be there. Someone is going to get hurt. I assume he's talking about his wife wasn't supposed to be there. Or husband, or whatever, significant other, and they let him through. Okay. For the price my man paid, it could have been cleaner rugs, had stains, and the receptionist was snotty, like she was being bothered. It was cool once, but had a creepy vibe to it, mainly because of the other customers. It's definitely not a Sabaris. I don't know about the front desk clerks, but there's a lot of comments about them. So I don't know. Maybe they have a couple jobs. Okay. My other issue is, why is the check-in so late? For those prices, you should be able to at least get a 3 p.m. check-in. Even the most exclusive hotels do 3 p.m. as well as low budget motels. Red flag. If you call to book a room and your check-in is not, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., even 4 p.m. If your check-in is 9 p.m., it's not an exclusive hotel. Okay? Okay. Next. So after we used the jacuzzi and watched the only thing that would play on TV, which was corn. That's a rhyme. Red flag, okay? If the only thing that you can watch on TV is corn, it's probably not a prestigious hotel. She goes on to talk about roaches. Roaches. The lady at the front desk is rude. Well, probably because she's like, if you don't want the room, get out. I got 4 more people waiting in line. Right? Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on. Nope, that was the same lady. She had a very long one. Oh, gosh. Very, very unprofessional. I planned this location for my wife and I's anniversary. I feel so bad for these people that book these for anniversaries and honeymoons. Once we got there, the jacuzzi wasn't working. I could probably guess why. It seems a lot of the jacuzzis aren't working. The heat was not working, and the bathtub was very dirty. It seems they don't clean after guests leave. Well, I'm sure with their turnover, if they're flipping rooms 4 hours, 6 hours, and depending on what went down, I'm guessing housekeeping is struggling to keep up, right? We'll get into more detail here in a minute. Oh, gosh, some of this is really like, oh. I personally don't think they drained the hot tub recently because there was hair floating and the water smelled a little funky. We're not even going to get into why the water probably smelled funky. Okay. I might have to smoke a cigarette in this video. I don't know. Next up, after reading the reviews and seeing how nice the rooms were, okay, obviously you did not read the right reviews. You read the wrong reviews. As well as having to be a member to book. See, lady, red flag. I thought I'd have an amazing experience. I got the such and such room. Upon arrival, my package I paid for was not in the room. The Wi-Fi code never worked. We had to ask for things that were advertised to be included in the room. Oh gosh. Let's start with the downstairs. Black mold covering the walls from the front door to the living room area where the jacuzzi is. You would normally think that would be the gross part. But the next part is the gross part. There was a hole in the staircase where I could see into the room under us. That's not the only talk about holes that you can see through. Red flag 72. Okay? You guys, you don't, unless you're in a horror movie or a corn movie, there are not peepholes. Okay? If there are peepholes in your hotel room, I would suggest you check out quickly, very quickly. Unless you're into that kind of thing, then that's, again, no judgment. I'm sorry, Jeannie. I don't know if you want to hear this either, but I had to share this, okay? Next. Extremely disappointed. Bet you were. I made reservations for the blank room. I got there, and they downgraded me to the other room because my room was no longer available. Maybe they weren't done yet. Maybe somebody paid more money. I don't know. Maybe a wife showed up. I don't know. Got in the room, and it didn't even have blankets on the bed. We can just all make our own assumptions as to why all the blankets had to be removed. There weren't any face towels either. We can also just make our own assumptions as to why the face towels were missing. They made me wait a whole extra hour to get the room ready. Well, clearly, somebody ran over their 4-hour stay, and so it took longer for you to get checked in. Red flag 87. It was my anniversary. I did not stay at this hotel, Julie. Absolutely not. This is a no-tell motel. Thanks to common sense. This was across the street from the Dollar General that we were getting ready to remodel shop. And then police visited and we got to learn a lot of information. And I started going in to read the reviews. Okay. You're going to have to, go back to the beginning of this video when I'm done. So she had to wait an extra hour to check in because obviously that room was still being used. The bed was stripped. There's no face towels. Oh my gosh, and there's no microwave to heat up food. I feel like that's the least of your worries, sweetheart. That's the least of your worries. Please save your money. It's definitely not worth the stay. Well, yeah, you should have researched it a little bit further. They really need to upgrade all their rooms, especially the tryst room. I got my package as advertised. However, my room was not soundproof. Hold on a second. Okay, we're just going to leave that alone. Okay, but they booked this room and they were upset that it was not soundproof. We'll leave that alone. There was also a bodily fluid on the remote control. The color red, which is a major negative. I would agree. I have never checked into a hotel and there's that on the remote control. I don't want to think about why that was on the remote control. I think we're going to have the answer to the remote control in another review, unfortunately. Very, very unprofessional. I planned this location for my wife and I's anniversary. Pepper. Goodness gracious. Okay, see, I got to take a drink. I can't handle this stuff. Right, Motel advertises they have soundproof rooms. Yes, red flag number 100. Thank you, common sense. And thank you for having common sense. Jacuzzi's not working. Lots of the jacuzzis aren't working. Okay. We're going to guess there's a reason for that. Pepper? I don't even know how to get you. I don't even have anything to throw at you. Oh, I do. Pepper, get that. She's fine. Sorry. This is important stuff here. I complained to the GM. By the way, the GM, there's lots of complaints to the GM, and he does not care. Which I'm sure those rooms are booked. They're booking. GM's like, what? You're not okay with the broken jacuzzi? That's okay. I can book that room 7 more times today, and they'll love it. So no, he doesn't care. He'll deal with the rest of the customers. Oh, this is a penny mug, of course. Last year's green dot, just so you know. It's not coffee, it's sweet tea, but I started using my penny cups so that I wasn't advertising, for any sodas or what have you. Okay. Here's one. Oh, hey, Charity, you can watch it later. Overall, the room served its purpose, and I got some great pictures. Wait for it. The only suggestion... The only suggestion I have, would you please install grip bars in the showers and some sort of non-slip mat floorings in the shower? Those 3 shower heads with the awesome temperature make for a great play area. But not when the shower's running and there's nothing to hold on to. We need to take a moment. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. We're all adults here. Okay. We know about showers. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying, okay. I'm not innocent. Okay. But again, if you're trying to book a romantic anniversary, a honeymoon, and if you read a comment like this, I'm going to freaking cry. If they're referring to the shower as a play area, and then you see that things aren't being cleaned and they need grip bars, I mean, maybe you should just book an actual hotel with the name that you know. Okay, I'm sorry, that one was. The fireplace and the TV were perfectly positioned, and the tantric chair quickly became my favorite element in the room. So again, if the hotel offers a tantric chair, soundproof rooms, it's probably not great for a romantic getaway or to stay overnight for a Dollar General remodel. Okay. Hair's sticking out of key. Okay. Room was very nice and clean, nicely decorated. The shower was very nice. I bet it was, but not clean. We asked for an extra flat sheet. Okay. That was never brought to us. Well, probably because they're out of sheets. Okay. Our room had service rooms or something above it. They were very loud. It actually woke us up, and we were looking forward to sleeping in. They kept dropping stuff above us, and it was so loud. Okay. There are different definitions of service. I believe the room above you was, in fact, a service room, but not the type of service you're thinking. Oh, driven. This is totally not. I mean, it's kind of DG related. Don't book this hotel, but you're going to have to go back to the beginning to figure out what's happening here. I'm reading reviews from a hotel, motel, no-tell hotel, motel that was across the street from the Dollar General. The Dollar General ends up with a lot of angry wives in the parking lot. The police get called a lot. Okay, so I started reading reviews on this place. Next up, I like this place, but now they have a new rule that you have to register and check in with your guest. Damn them. Guests have to go down, sign in, and show an ID. No other hotel or motel has ever done that. Wait, what? What? I know that I have to show my ID like every time I book a hotel. Right? Where are you staying? Well, obviously I know where you're staying, but you've never been to a hotel that's asked for your ID? So they say it's a shame and they're not coming back. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they don't care. They have a line of people waiting. I was here for the very first time on Valentine's Day. He did well on this one. The room we had was a total vibe. There was a chair in there. And oh my God. Overall, it was very successful. Does anybody have an issue sharing this chair? Like, do you not worry about using this chair after somebody else has used this chair? Like, maybe I'm a weirdo, but when I go into a hotel, like, I'm checking, this is me, okay? I'm like lifting up sheets and stuff. I'm checking for bed bugs. I'm checking for, like, okay? It doesn't matter. It can be an Embassy Suites. It can be, I mean, it doesn't matter. I still check because you just never know. And so the fact that I literally just check the bed sheets and check the mattresses, but these people are literally using a chair. Okay. Okay. We're going to move on from that. Now, this one's very upset. His membership was revoked for no reason. He's been going here for 10 plus years. 10 plus years. Okay. By the way, yeah, I don't look up at the camera. I look here. So, because I feel stupid looking up there for anybody that wants to make jokes about it. Peanut. Okay. He's been a member for 10 years. Frightening. His membership was revoked. I'm guessing there was a reason. Maybe your wife came and shot up your car. I don't know. The fact that I've spent thousands of dollars staying here and to be tossed out like a rag doll. Funny that he would use that type of terminology considering what's happening in these rooms. He got tossed out like a rag doll. You following? Okay, great. So he's mad. They done kicked him out. He's going to go have to find another no-tell motel. Save your money. Upon walking into the room, you can tell that housekeeping does the very bare minimum in terms of cleanliness. Again, I think they are under a strict, I mean, you don't have people checking out every 12 hours. You've got people checking out 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. I feel bad for these housekeepers. There were literal feathers. Sorry. There were literal feathers stuck to the bedding. We're not talking about feathers from a feather pillow, people. We're talking literal. Okay. They didn't even clean out the feathers. Driven. This is in Chicagoland. It is in Midlothian, Illinois. If you want to do some research there. Okay. Next red flag. Throughout the night, I was awakened by the sound of housekeeping. I get it. They're doing their job. Okay, so again, if you're at a normal hotel, housekeeping is not cleaning rooms at midnight. Perhaps have a system where the first 4 hour stay starts at 6 a.m. and the last 4 hour stay starts at 8 p.m. So you knew you booked a 4 hour stay and you're complaining that housekeeping is cleaning in the middle of the night. We had a check-in time, but apparently everyone was given the same time. There were 9 other guests in the lobby with us. Several guests complained of not being told their guest needed to be present with an ID before they could check in. I don't know who throws a fit about showing an ID to check into a hotel. This should have been communicated on the phone before confirming the reservations. We got to our room, and the smell of old smoke was permeating through the air and embedded in the bed linen and pillows. Mister, I think old smoke is probably the least of your worries of what's embedded into the bed linen and pillows. Yes, it's an hourly, 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour. You can get an overnighter, but it seems like it takes a lot to get an overnighter. I've always had a good time. Unfortunately, my membership expired and they denied me a new one. I've tried numerous times to contact the manager. I'm sure you have, husband. So he contacted the manager. There was no help. So disappointing. This place is anything but prestigious. Decided to book a room for my husband's birthday as a surprise. He was really looking forward to it. It was by far one of the worst adult-only experiences I've ever had. The room smelled horribly of smoke. Again, I don't think smoke would be my concern at that point, but whatever. Yes, underage guest. Thank you, common sense. Thank you. The bed was the most uncomfortable bed ever. Anybody? Can we assume why the beds are uncomfortable? This isn't the only bed complaint. I have a feeling the beds are used a lot more than other hotels and probably less for sleeping and more for anyways. The fact that you require a membership to even come here and have to apply to be approved is almost comical. The fact that you actually booked this room and thought it was going to be a prestigious hotel is comical. Great visit. This is in Midlothian, Illinois. Check it out. It's called Aura, A-U-R-A. If you want to read these reviews yourself, I'm not making this up. This is some good stuff. Okay, great visit. They changed a lot and for the good. First, they make both you and your mate check in. Oh, is he Australian? Is he like me? British, Australian, my mate? I don't think that's what he meant by mate. This was good because it helps prevent unwanted guests. I'm going to add in parentheses, my wife or husband. Okay. Okay, that's all. Okay. So yeah, that's all. I just had to get some reviews because this was interesting to find this out. And yes, we did that morning, daylight, people started leaving. And we were and we were standing there going, no. The men were laughing. They were laughing, smiling as they were pulling out into traffic. Thank you, Wynette. Yes, I don't want to say that because I don't know if like Jeff Foxworthy has that copyright or something. But yeah, there's over 200 red flags just if you read the comments, okay? So again, any hotel, motel, please make sure you do your research, all right? Please. When you're traveling somewhere else, don't be booking a room all willy-nilly, all right? And if they offer an hourly stay, the answer is no thank you. If they offer soundproof rooms, no thank you. If they offer extra amenities like tantric chairs or extra grip bars in the showers, it's probably not the hotel you're looking for unless you are looking to, have a freaky deaky night with somebody. Okay? So that's all. I couldn't help it. I had to. I couldn't help it. It was too much for me to hold in. So anyways, I gotta get off here. I gotta go clean some houses. Mia, you're late. You gotta start back over. This one's a little crazy. All right. Make sure purple dot is gonna come up as soon as I get off this video. And yeah, we will also talk tonight. I don't know what time. I'll get it scheduled ahead of time, but I have to work by myself today, so I don't exactly have a time down. Portable black light. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Oh, I didn't read that review. Anyways, we're not going to go into that. Okay, everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Angry Wives Club and our hourly motel in Midlothian. Good luck to all those husbands out there. And hope you don't get caught or get other things along the way. Okay. Don't take Lasix before watching this video. She's peeing her pants. All right. Everybody have a great day. Peace, love, pennies. Don't cheat on your spouse. Get a divorce and then go do your freaky deaky stuff. Okay? Okay. That's all. Rant over. See ya.